talk. So, today for Monday Madness, I am going to be talking a little bit about fake overload. So that could be anything from fake friendships, fake people, fake situations, literally like anything. But, subject first. My hair is orange. If you know me, you know I dye my hair all the time. I just fancied to change and I thought, why not orange? So that's the thing, and I did it. But yeah, anyway, I've got some notes down in front of me just to keep steady, but I'm pretty much just going to ramble on until, I feel like I've got it all out of my head. So, recently, I've been looking at where I am now as a person to where I was last year. And my partner fully agrees with me. I think from who I am now to who I am then is completely different. Like, you could say something to me as a friend or as someone I know or just a person in the street. It wouldn't be very nice, and I would just sit there and be like, oh, okay, that's okay. And then I would go home and I'd think over and over about this one little comment that doesn't actually mean anything, and it would really tear me down. Now, however, I have full awareness of who I am as a person, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with who I am. So I have actually cut so many people out of my life from last year. And I just thought, I don't need them. Sat there and thought, what do they bring to my life? Do they make me happy? Do they make me feel good about who I am? Do they make me happy to talk to them on a daily basis? Like, do they contribute to my happiness and my life? And 99% of those people, the answer was no, not at all. So why am I going to keep them around? Like, why would I do that to myself? So I'm going to talk about a situation which is a bit sticky, but I'm a completely different person now. So if this situation was to arise again, it'd be a whole different kettle of fish. So I would say about 5 years ago now. I'd say about 5-6 years ago, I found myself in a relationship with a guy who lived about an hour and a half away from where I live now. And it was hard, I'm not going to lie. But we made it work because we wanted to be with each other. It was great. He was a good person in the start. He ended up finding himself in a situation where he didn't want to be where he was working anymore. And with his work came a flat. He had a house, everything. So that was no longer an option for him. He drove as well. So I thought, hey, we're really happy with each other. We've been together a couple of months now. Why don't you just drive down and live with me, my mum and dad for now, and we'll sort it out later. So that happened. And it was good. It was good for a couple of months. And then I introduced him to two friends I've known since I was very little. Like, they were my best friends at the time. And I would say about a month later, the signs started. He was on his phone constantly, and it would never be an issue because I was allowed to look at it. And then suddenly he's like, no, it's fine, just leave it. And change the subject, and I'd be like, okay, well, I'm really happy. He makes me happy, so just don't talk about it. And then we started hanging out with these two people, and they would have private conversations that didn't involve me, which I thought was really weird because they're my friends, they're not his friends. But I just, like I did, I shrugged it off. I was really happy. He made me happy. Well, I thought. And I thought I'd just leave it. Like, I don't want to lose him. I don't want to be on my own again. And then I can't remember everything, but there was one thing that fully cemented what I think I knew secretly the whole time. We took a trip to Brighton in one of my best friend's car. She was learning at the time, and obviously my partner then drove, so he was fine, he could drive with her. So yeah, he sat in the front, I sat in the back with this other girl, and it was all good, it was fine, just driving down. The whole way it was so fishy, like they were secretive, and the way they would talk to each other was just a bit like, hang on, you guys don't really know each other, how are you so comfortable talking with each other? But I was like, okay, whatever, it's me again, my insecurities, just leave it, it's nothing important. So I left it. And I remember walking down Brighton Road, or wherever it was, where the beach was, and I was stood with one of my friends, and my boyfriend and this other girl walked ahead of us, and I was a bit like, what are they doing? Why are they talking? What are they talking about? I said to one of my friends, I was like, what's going on? Like, why are they walking away? And she said, oh no, it's fine, they're just talking, your birthday's coming up, so it's probably about that. I was like, yeah, you're probably right, we've been together quite a while now, probably talking about my birthday. And then throughout the day, they would swap places, so the two girls would talk to him privately, and I was a bit like, this is really weird, but I'm really insecure, I'm overthinking, these are my friends, they would never do anything to hurt me. So we got in the car, went home, that was it. We arrived home, and we stopped at the girl's house, and it was all good. It was like, okay, thanks, have a good day, bye, see you later. We drove to my house, which was literally 2 minutes away, and we stopped outside, and I was like, come, let's go, he goes. And he says to me, I've forgotten the chargers, I need to go back. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine, let's go back then. He went, no, you go inside, I'll go back, I'll be back in a minute. And that's when I think I was like, no, I don't like this situation at all, I don't like this. So he took me back reluctantly, was like, wait here, I'll go and get them. I was like, absolutely fine. Sat in the car, my head was going wild, like, what could they be talking about? Is it really about my birthday? Like, what's going on? Then you hit that moment where you're like, no, you're being really stupid. He's amazing, he's great, he does everything to make you happy. Why would he do something like this? And they're your best friends. Why would they do that? And then I think about 10-15 minutes passed, and I was like, what is going on? He was supposed to go and get the chargers. And then I saw him and her, they were walking round the block, and I messaged him. I was like, what's going on? He ignored it, so I rung him. I was like, what are you doing? He said, it's fine, we're just talking, I've got the chargers, I'm coming back now. True to his word, he came back. And then the rest of the night, I was just up all night thinking, what the hell is going on? This isn't right. And I know this was really bad of me. However, think of the situation I was in. He fell asleep. I looked at his phone, and that's when I knew it'd been going on for 6 months. They had been talking behind my back for 6 months. My best friend and my boyfriend, who lived in my parents' house, 6 months. At this time, I was actually a cheerleader, so I'd go to practice. And my mum would come in with me, my dad would be at work. They were in my house while I wasn't there for 6 months. And it was really, really hard. I woke him up and I said to him, you have to leave. I don't want you here anymore, you've got to leave. Bearing in mind, he moved from Kent, so he did what you expected him to do. Oh my god, I'm really sorry, this is a new place, I'm scared, I don't know what I'm doing, just please don't do this. Me, a stupid, insecure girl, said, you know what, no, okay, right, you've promised not to, you're not going to do it again. Why would you? You live in my house, like, it's fine. 2 months later, I caught him again. I woke him up, said, you've got to go. I'm not doing this no more. You've broke my heart. I'm horrible, like, I'm in a horrible place. I can't do this anymore. So he got his stuff and he moved to her house, my best friend's house, which was literally this far away, so it was really hard on me. He had a couple of bits left at my house, like the TV, stuff like that. I was like, look, just, you can come get them another time. I hate you. I never want to see you again. All of that, like, shebang. A couple of days later, I get a knock on my door. He's called the police on me. He's saying I've kept his stuff, I won't let him, blah, blah, blah. That kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's the story. The signs were all there, but because of the headspace I was in and how insecure I was in myself as a person, I ignored them. Looking back now, I think I was an absolute idiot. Like, why did I let that happen? Why did I put myself through that? It's ridiculous. I don't understand, like, I know I was insecure. I know I had so many things to worry about and my anxiety was through the roof all the time, but I hid it very well. But I just think I was so dumb to be treated like this and be like, no, it's fine. He won't do it again. He's promised me. What an idiot. Like, it's taken me a long time, but I have got through it. I have beat my own insecurities. I have learned what I'm worth. Like, I am so happy with myself. I'm a good person and I know this. So why ever let it get to that stage to be treated like that, knowing I was being treated like that, but just ignoring it? It was crazy for me. It was so crazy. And it's like the aftermath. He was calling the police. He was calling my work. He was calling my friends. It was insane. Like, I personally think he was just proper struggling with some things himself, but it's not my fault. I did everything I could to make you happy. I moved you into my parents' house, rent free. My dad gave you a job. Like, you got everything off of us, and it just wasn't enough. I just think my brother at the time was so young as well, and having the police there and him having to see his best friend leave him, and he doesn't understand, and he blames me for a while and was like, you made him leave, blah blah blah, things like that. But I think, moral of the story, I think you just have to go through something like that. You have to be absolutely destroyed and depressed and down, and to realise, do you know what, you didn't actually do anything wrong. He did. And it's with friends as well. Like, they were my two best friends since I was tiny. And it's just, I just don't understand any of it, really. Like, if I could truly understand that they really liked each other, then maybe I could have been like, okay, whatever, it is what it is. You did what you did. I'm not going to be friends with you, but I forgive you. But in hindsight, I don't forgive them, and I don't think I need to forgive them. They put not only me, but my family through so much. And I think I've just travelled the past couple of years through a journey, just learning that it wasn't actually my fault. Nothing that ever happened to me was my fault. I just didn't know how to stand up for myself. I wasn't happy. I didn't believe in myself. But you know what? I wake up every day now and thank God I have the most amazing partner. I have the most amazing stepson, an extended family, and my family is amazing. Sometimes. You know what families are like. But I just think you have to go through the worst thing, what you think is the worst thing in your life there and then as a kid or young adult or whatever, to then realise, you know what, I do have good inside me and I believe in myself. I don't need these toxic people with their toxic behaviours, like being manipulative and sneaking around and just not supporting you in the way that you need to be supported as a partner or as a best friend. you just don't need it. Like, everyone has self-worth inside them and everyone has a good heart. It's just whether you choose to use it for good or you choose it to be horrible to people and manipulate them and get what you want out of them. No one deserves that, really, and everyone deserves love and everyone deserves friendship. And I think it just takes time. That's all I can say, time. That is what it takes to learn you're a good person, you're not worth this, you're worth so much more. And there is, if it's not a partner, it is a friend out there that is your person. You deserve this person, that person deserves you. And you're going to have this amazing relationship or friendship or whatever. And you've waited a long time for it and you do deserve it. Everyone has that. If you don't have it, it's coming, I promise. I think I'm just rambling now. I think I'm just trying to say that this is my story and it's taken me so many years, but I'm happy. I wouldn't necessarily say I absolutely love every part of me, but I'm happy. I'm happy with who I am. I mean, I do love myself, really. Don't get me wrong, there's stuff you've got to work on, but I'm happy. And that broke me. But really, at the same time, it made me. It made me stronger. It made me start to think, what am I worth? Should I be having these people in my life? Like, what do I want to do with my life? Where do I want to go from here? And I think I spent a couple of days, couple of weeks crying, eating so much stuff. But that's allowed. You've just had your heart broke, you've had this done to you, you're allowed to be sad. But then you need to get up. You need to smile. You need to be like, no, I'm better now. I don't need you. I'm happy. And you tell yourself enough, you'll be happy. You start to be happy. And you'll start to see those people around you that are like, no, hang on. You're not good for me. You don't support me. You're toxic. Go away, I don't need you. And when you actually say, go away, I don't need you, you realise they're not coming back because they don't want to. So if they don't want to come back, then why should you invite them back? You deserve better than that. Everyone deserves better than that. And I think it's just a journey. You've got to go through stuff to learn that, do you know what? I deserve better, I guess. Yeah. I don't know if anything I've just said makes sense or I've actually explained anything any better, but it's just me. If you do have any questions or you want me to talk more about my journey to happiness or my anxiety that I still kind of suffer with in certain situations, like let me know and I'll answer any questions I can. I can help you guys any way I can and I can try anyway. I mean, everyone deserves a chance of happiness, and if you want to talk to me and I can help you do that, then why not? But yeah, I hope you guys have had a good day. Thanks for letting me just rant, I guess. And here's an end to fake people. See you later, guys.